All right, so boom, I got a crazy idea, right? I decided I'm gonna start a garden in my car. So basically, I would like to do a garden this year, but for those of you who don't know, I'm in the Army. My husband is not here with me yet, so I stay in the barracks. I started thinking I don't necessarily need a yard to be able to have a garden. I just need to figure out a way to make this work. And what I came up with is my old Jeep Compass that I used to drive. I've now upgraded to a Jeep Gladiator. I can use all of the space in that vehicle and turn it into basically a greenhouse. So without further ado, I welcome you all to Candyland. Get it? Because my name is Candy Lee and my garden is going to be Candyland. I'm so freaking clever. I love it. The way that I do this, very, very simple, very elementary school, like 4th grade science class, let's grow a beanstalk today. I'm gonna show you how I do this, but first of all, I wanna tell you what I'm gonna be growing. So I have cucumber, tomatoes, celery, Swiss chard, spinach. Spinach is one of the only leafy greens that I will allow in my diet. I don't do lettuce, I don't trust it, but I was told that if you like spinach, the Swiss chard is kind of similar. And now, the omelette du fromage. A pumpkin! Your girl's about to grow a pumpkin. I don't know where this is gonna go, but we're gonna see. So anyway, back to this method. With a paper towel, you're gonna fold it in half so it matches the size of sandwich bag. I have here just a bowl of lukewarm water. Dip it in and just watch the water rise about halfway up. Fold it in half so that you soak the other side. And I have found that this just gives you a very even soak of the paper towel without it being too dripping wet. I'm gonna unfold and then you're gonna stick this into your bag. Hardest part is getting a wet paper towel into a plastic bag. But you know, challenges. Okay, so now you're set up, you're ready to put your seeds in. I'm gonna take my seeds, right? These are 2 pumpkin seeds, and I'm just gonna lay them in this paper towel, not touching one another and not too close to the edges of the bag. I'm gonna Ziploc, and then I would label this today's date, which is 1 March, the location of this bag, which I'm gonna get into in a second, and then I would put what type of seed. So I'm gonna set this up experiment style. I'm going to have multiple of the same plant in different locations and see which way works better for each plant. The locations that I'm gonna have are in my windowsill, under my kitchen stove light, and last but not least, in the car. For tonight, it is kind of late. The sun is already down by now, right? It's gonna get cold tonight. I think we're good on frost for the rest of this spring, but I don't want to shock these seeds. So I'm gonna put all of these under my stove lamp, which is right over there. I'm gonna let them go overnight, and then tomorrow, once the sun comes up, that's when I'm gonna put the ones that belong in the window, and the ones that belong in the car, in the car. The goal is to get all of these seeds to germination. So for instance, I have a bag here of cucumber seeds. They're gonna start their germination process in my kitchen. And out of 7, maybe 3 of these are going to have roots and sprouts come out. And the best looking ones are the ones that are gonna be planted in the soil. This, I think, is a great way for a beginning gardener to get started. If you've never done any type of gardening before, this should be your step 1. Because it's so easy, I feel like somebody's gonna be more prone to see it through to the end. You know, at least this way you know. The seed has already gotten roots, it's already sprouted. When I put it in the ground, it can only grow up from there. But when you start seeds directly in the soil, sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get, if you get anything at all, until you're already weeks into the season. Also, for kids, I think this is perfect for them to be able to see what happens from seed to harvest, and it might make them even more interested in growing their own food. First thing I think is interesting is seeing the different types of seeds that each plant is going to come from. It's crazy. Some of them look like dust versus some of them look like a big old, you know, thing. I don't know how else to describe it. Another thing that's interesting is certain environments are going to work better or worse for certain plants. Pumpkin seeds and cucumber seeds, both in the window, one may come up faster than the other, and that's just the way gardening goes. You get to see all of these things, and that is the main reason I like the plastic bag method. Number one is because it's super easy. Number two is you get to actually see what is happening with each plant that you're gonna try to take on to the gardening, and then the fruiting, and then the harvesting phases. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's my plan, and that's what I'm gonna stick to. I will keep you guys updated, and if you decide to start your very first garden, please keep me updated as well. And if you decide to get your kids involved, let me know if this works for them. I'm not a parent, but I can only assume that this would be a cool thing to show your children. It will teach them a little bit about responsibility, about how if you take care of something, you will benefit from its growth. Yeah, I'm super excited about my garden, and I'm super excited that I thought about the car idea. I'm very interested to see if that's even gonna work out, but for now, I need like a catchphrase or something. Happy gardening, no.